Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is the Fab Family. My name is Jewelry, also known as Fab Daddy. If you are visiting this channel for the first time, we'll say welcome. And if this is not your first time, welcome back. It's good to have you guys around today. The reason for making today's video is just, summing up a couple of things that have been on my mind and in my thoughts for the past few days. And I'd like to, just give a few comments on it. If you really want to relocate, if you want to travel out of your home country, if you want to Japa, please don't let anybody stop you. Except you don't want to or you cannot. Maybe due to finances or, a couple of other things. If you cannot, don't let anybody stop you. And there's a reason why I'm saying that. I like to, just point out two things based on my conversation with some of my friends and some of my people back home. Now, someone told me that she's not really upset with her parents, but she's, she sounded as if she was disappointed because years back, her father had this opportunity to, relocate out of Nigeria with a family, but he didn't. And the reason the father gave, or what she came up with, was that, for most of our parents, and it's not just her father, for most of our parents, a lot of them had, a very soft opportunity to travel out of Nigeria. So it wasn't this difficult. If you wanted to relocate out of Nigeria, back in the days, it wasn't this difficult. And the thing is, most of them didn't know that Nigeria would turn out this way. We had this saying that Nigeria will get better, things will, get better. It never, how do I put it? About 8, 10, 12 years ago, when PDP was still in power, a lot of us felt that, man, this is the worst situation Nigeria has been in. Because I'm from Nigeria, I'm speaking about Nigeria, that this is the worst situation Nigeria has been in. Rice is expensive, the dollar rate is high, this is expensive, that is expensive, we just need it to be better. Then, another president came in. Then we hit a new level of low. It's like, no, come on. We said this person was bad, but this is even worse. We cannot do this. Things got more expensive. The naira to dollar rate was higher. Life was just generally more difficult for people, and they felt like going back to the previous president. And now there's another president, and you just feel like, what is this? We keep hitting new level of low at every point in time. And someone said, before the last general elections we had in Nigeria, someone said, I pray it won't get to a point that you start missing this president you are criticizing. I pray it won't get to a point that you start missing the president. Now, I'm not trying to talk about politics. We don't talk about politics on this channel. I'm just trying to make a point. Now, what I'm trying to say is, a lot of our parents didn't know that Nigeria would get this bad. Or a lot of our parents in Africa didn't know that it would get this bad for some of us. We didn't know that things would get this expensive, life would be so difficult, even getting basic amenities would be like hell. So, this, my friend, our father chose not to relocate at the time, but now the children are suffering for it. It's not as if they are doing so bad, but now trying to compare the children of other people that traveled, the kind of access they have, the kind of, developments that they've had. She can't even compare with the kind of development she has now in Nigeria, the kind of access she has, or, the opportunities she's open to. You just cannot compare it. You can try to imagine. It's been about 5 years that my wife and I have been married, and I've always wanted to change our wedding rings. Searching through on very beautiful, amazing, and high quality rings, most of them are really expensive, and thankfully Jeulia came through.
Jeulia is a jewelry company that sells quality and affordable luxury jewelry that is unique and authentic for everyone. They take great pride in design and craftsmanship. On their website, you can get wedding bands, engagement rings, earrings, necklaces, bracelets, watches, and accessories. You even get a chance to design your own jewelry, like personalized rings and bracelets for your loved ones. Also, you can get this jewelry in form of gifts for your partner, your children, and also gifts for special occasions. These are very beautiful rings, and I'm just happy we have new rings now. Fab Daddy got a black ring. I've seen a lot of guys use this ring now, so it's nice.
Yeah, I'm just thought to use something different.
Yes, and I got a silver sterling. It's very beautiful, elegant. That's the word for it. So over to you. Propose to me, not propose. Marry me again. I'm busy marry me again.
You know, I'm not used to something like this.
I know you're not used to it.
Here we go, guys. With this ring, I wed D.
Do you still remember the finger?
My lovely wife. For better, for worse. Then what else
In
is
the
this?
presence of
In the presence of all our subscribers.
10,000 plus
In the presence of
subscribers.
10,000 plus subscribers. I wed D. Do not leave me. You leave me. You never born your way.
Oh my goodness.
Alright. There we go.
Oh, thank you. With this ring, I, Abigail Oluwafunsho,
Fab
Mummy is not in my birth certificate.
Forget it.
Where D, what's your name? Fab Daddy. Do you like it?
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
It looks really mature.
Yes. This is a big girl's ring, you know.
Yes.
And something about some sterling rings is that they last very long. It's authentic and it's just a timeless piece. It's not like something that will go out of fashion or anything. So I really love it. Cheers to new rings. Thank you, Jeulia, for sponsoring today's video. We really love our rings and we're going to be wearing them every day. Okay, so guys, the link to Jeulia will be in the description. Please go on there and start placing your orders. Christmas is coming, Valentine's coming. Get gifts for your loved ones. It could be engagement rings, wedding bands, necklaces, wristwatches, any fashion jewelry is on there. Okay, they are authentic, they are high quality, and they are timeless piece. Okay, so thank you, Jeulia, once again, and let's go back to the video of today. Bye.
I have this other friend. The main reason why he didn't relocate was that it was taking into consideration the struggles of Africans abroad. I mean, he was saying that, okay, Nigeria is not so good at the moment, but people that are traveling out of Nigeria, some of them are also even complaining. You traveling out of Nigeria doesn't guarantee anything and all of that and all of that. I said, yes, it's true, that's fine. But my argument is, no, we're not saying every other country is perfect. We're not saying Europe is perfect. We're not saying, Australia, Canada, US, and UK. We're not saying these countries are perfect. But there are just certain things you will not struggle for. See, the least you should get as a citizen of any country is basic amenities. Now, I'm asking you, do you have that in your home country? So I don't want to make this particular about Nigeria. I'm only making references because I'm from Nigeria, and quite a lot of my friends that I've had interactions with are also from Nigeria. In fact, I have this other friend who told me, this other friend that relocated, who told me that it's not as if he's not living well in Nigeria, but the least he wants to give to his children is dual citizenship. Being a citizen of Nigeria and being a citizen of another country. Say you're a citizen of Nigeria and you're a citizen of Canada, or you're a citizen of UK, dual citizenship. He says that is the least I want to give to my children. So it's not necessarily because I'm not living okay in Nigeria. I mean, I have my business, my wife is doing well, everything's going on well, we built our house, we have our cars, we're living all right. But because of what I want for my family, most importantly what I want for my children, I'm relocating for this reason. So I'm just trying to throw a lot of things into perspective to make you understand that this is your fight, this is your race, this is your battle. Don't let anything stop you. The reason why I'm doing emphasis on don't let anything stop you, or don't let anybody stop you, is if you're thinking about relocating abroad and you go online, it will take you just a few minutes to say, no, I don't think I want to relocate again. I mean, I saw a video recently of one kind of shooting that went on in one kind of shooting in the US. Something happened, shooting happened, and all of that. And if you go through the comment section, you'll see people saying that, hey, I mean, see the US that people are relocating to, they're shooting everywhere, they've legalized this. I mean, you just stay in your home country. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. In the same vein, just some days ago, I saw this video of students of OAU arrested by EFCC. EFCC went to their house, into the hostel, breaking doors, opening gates, and doing stuff, and they were just packing students. We try as much as possible on this channel not to throw our country in a bad light or not to say bad things about our country, but the world is watching. Like, everybody can see this. Once you have data and you have access to the internet, you can see these things. So there's no hiding it. How do you just break into people's homes? Midnight, not during the day, midnight, you break into their homes. I mean, sometimes they go in through the ceiling, sometimes the burglary, they just pull doors apart and they start arresting people. You have a car, you have a laptop, they arrest you and they tag you, they start posting pictures. No investigation, nothing. Even the terrible thing is they start posting pictures online, they tag you, suspected internet fraudster, suspected this. I mean, it's just so sad to see. Some days before we traveled, I remember my encounter with the police. Some days before we traveled, it just looks as if I'm just talking here and there, but I'm trying to put something together. Some days before we relocated to the UK, I was with my wife in the car. We're somewhere around Bega. If you are familiar with Lagos, you know Ujuru Bega. There's a link from Ujuru Bega that links to the express. It's as if you are going to Low Rise Sherry. You know that link from Bega to the express. So we were coming. Were we going out to? No, we were coming in from the express into Ujuru Bega. I remember. So we're coming in. There's a police checkpoint around them. They are always there. So we came in. The police stopped us. I was just with my wife, and they asked for the particulars of the car. We presented everything. Now, the insurance certificate we did not print it. We had it on our phone. So I opened up my email, I opened up the certificate, insurance certificate of the car, and I showed the policeman. Then he flared up. He said, no, he's not going to look at my phone. No, he's not. Excuse me, sir. You asked for the insurance certificate. I'm showing it with my consent. So you are not seizing my phone. I'm just showing it to you. This is what you want to say. He said, no, he's not going to look at it. He's taking us to the station. Then I flared up. What do you mean you're taking us? Do you even understand what you're talking about? What do you mean you're taking us to the station? This is what you ask for. He said, no. If it's not hard copy, he's not even going to look at it. He wants to see it on paper. One thing. I said, you want to see it on. My wife was already getting impatient. I should not drag anything with him. I said, okay, no problem. I had to get a place to print. It's like you're going around. I just went around. I had to walk a few minutes. I got a place to print. It was, it took me almost 30 minutes to and fro. I walked here. At this point, I was already boiling. I went to print it. Then I came back to this policeman to show him that, see, I've printed it. And he did not. Immediately, I told him that I've printed what you need. This is it. He didn't even look at me. He just said I should get out of his presence. So why ask me to print this thing if you are not going to look at it? So he knows that I have it. He knows that it's legit. He just wanted to stress me. I mean, it has happened a lot of times. They will ask you to pay. They will take you to the station. They will ask you to settle. Bring 5K, bring 10K, bring 20K. That rubbish. And because of my kind of person, I don't do that. Most times I don't. Sometimes, if time is against me or something serious is really happening, we just have to settle for, we gotta do what we gotta do. But this day I was fuming. I printed it. I told him this is it. He did not even look at it. He just told me to get out of his sight. I was very angry. So at that point, because we already had our visas, I was just thanking God. God, thank you that I'm even leaving this country. What kind of experience is this? And that is not my only experience. I mean, as a photographer, we travel every time. We get to police checkpoints every time. They are always asking, what do you have for us today? Drop something. No, you're not going to go. If you tell them you don't have anything, they can hold you unnecessarily for 30 minutes, 1 hour. You have to drop something. They will say something, bring one particular, some things that they are not supposed to check, they will be asking for it. I'm saying again, see, the major thing I'm talking about is, see, if you want to Japa you don't owe anybody any explanation. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody. If it makes sense to you, if you have a family, it makes sense to your family, you have a long-term goal in mind, please, if you want to Japa, please do by any means, any good means necessary. Don't do anything illegal. I'm not, in support of that. But if you really, really want to relocate, don't look at what people are talking about. Please just do. So, like I have said times without number on this channel, I have friends back home in Nigeria. I have friends that are doing very well. I have friends that don't want to relocate. Relocation is not in their family goals, and they are doing very well. So you don't have to. Nobody's going to shade you. Nobody's going to blame you. Anything you go through in your home country, maybe something happens, we're not going to blame you. I mean, personally, I'm not going to blame you that I told you to relocate, you didn't relocate, that's why this is happening to you. Even abroad that you're relocating to, something might happen to you. Relocating abroad is not a guarantee that all your life's problem will be solved, nothing will happen to you. But for some of us that have relocated, you see these basic amenities we're talking about, you don't struggle for it. I mean, we've been in the UK for a while now. I've been driving in the UK for a while now. Not one time have I been stopped by the police. Not one time, there's not even LASMA. LASMA is not here. Not one time have I been stopped by any law enforcement agency. I've not had any issues with anybody. I'm driving, go to where you're going. No issues. How many of you can say that? I mean, someone of my age or in my age bracket can say that you have a car in Nigeria, you're traveling, you go out frequently, or you travel interstate, and not one time have you been stopped by the police unnecessarily. That is what we're talking about. It will look strange if there's power outage because there's light, there's good roads, there's basic stuff. You don't have to beg. What do they call these people that dispose waste? The waste management team. You don't have to call them or stress unnecessarily that before they come to get your bin or something like that. Every Thursday they are here. Just put your bin outside. They'll dispose or empty it. You take it back inside. Like, things just work. You have to pay for it, yes. But what we are talking about is the quality of life. It's not about you have freedom here. Are we in bondage? Are we in bondage? Yes. See, don't let people on the internet or people online, don't let them mess with your mentality. Don't let them give you an idea that this set of people that are relocated, they are slaves, they are in bondage, they are doing jobs that one thing. If you want to relocate, if you want to Japa, by all means, please do. I think I've achieved my aim, which is to pour out my thoughts. Things are just rambling in my head. It feels that it's in the confined space, but now I think I've let it out, and I think my head is lighter. I can now take in new things. Please, if you have thoughts, opinion, it could be the same as mine, it could be different from my thoughts, different from my opinion, please let us know in the comment section. And please also do well to like, share our videos, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm gonna see you some other time. Thank you very much for watching today's video. It go be.